And there's
There's Lucy.
Lucy.
Good, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Hi,
How was your
Lynn.
trip?
Can't hear.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you,
You're
Lucy.
muted.
Nope. Try again, Lucy.
Okay.
Okay,
There.
now we can hear you. How about you, Lynn?
I can hear you guys. Sorry, I thought I could come, but I'm having mouth surgery tomorrow, so
Oh, geez.
Oh,
so today
We
is
feel for you, literally.
I know, seriously, and today I feel sick because I have to have a 24-hour clear liquid diet, and I'm an eater, so I'm struggling.
Okay, good enough.
I'm getting Invisalign.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Good for you.
I started that 20 years ago.
Uh-huh. I've
But I
had
need
it.
to, yeah, so I need to fix my bottom.
I know, me
Okay,
too. I
good.
still, and they
So
go
I asked
back.
my orthodontist, I said, am I too old to be doing this? And he looks at me, no. I said, do we have any patients, this old? Yeah, we got a 76-year-old. Give me the address. I'll go knock him off. I mean, I'm sitting in the lobby, all the teenagers are sitting there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I am 73-year-old.
Just sitting there.
They just
So-
think you're waiting for your grade.
Yeah, very well be. So talk about being restricted in terms of eating. That'll be me.
Oh, I'm having two teeth extracted.
Ugh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Just so you guys know, you
Uh-oh.
are live and streaming.
Okay,
so-
we're up and streaming. Joyce isn't here yet, but I guess she's gonna come. Okay, I guess we might as well get on then with it. Call the meeting to order. It's Neelam, are you up to take minutes? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
there's Joyce.
hi, Joyce.
Okay. Gonna call the meeting to order. It's about 1:01.
I had one or two. I'm sorry.
Okay. Is that
I
an
have
extra?
one.
Yes. Okay, there you go, Joyce. If you want one of those goodies too, sticky fingers here, pass it on down to you. Everybody, Joyce.
Could you put via Zoom next to the two names I just wrote down?
Okay, sure. The approval of the
Okay.
agenda. Does anybody want to add anything to the agenda? Lynn, I think I sent you and Lucy a copy of the agenda. I don't know if you saw it yet, Lucy. I sent it yesterday to you.
I got it, Peggy.
Okay, Lucy, did you get your copy of the agenda? Oh, Lucy, you're not with us? Oh, she looks like it's frozen on her. Okay, somebody like to move to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Okay, I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Residents to speak on agenda, we don't have any here, and we didn't have any correspondence. The minutes, everybody got a copy of the minutes? Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? No, I have.
Did I do those? Who did that?
Yep, you did them.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, Lucy did them.
Lucy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They look good to me, and she
Okay.
made a couple of corrections. Anybody want to move to approve the
So
minutes?
moved.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. How about you, Lynn? The minutes okay with you?
Looked good, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, unfinished business, the review of the website progress. Joyce, I'll give that to you to help us with. How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
I think people still continuing to register here and there.
Yeah, they're trickling in now.
Okay.
We're still getting, one or two most every day. Yeah. Yeah, just steadily coming in, but no, ever since that mad rush when first launched, yeah.
So how many do we have total approximately?
How about it? Could we put in the e-blast? I haven't seen it in the e-blast the last
Yeah,
couple of e-blasts. Was there a little
Yeah,
thing?
little
I'm
thing.
having trouble reading the I don't know about that. I mean, it's
Oh,
good, but
e-blast.
or
no,
the
no, oh, no.
e-blast,
I was
yeah.
looking at the
Yeah,
it's
the
a
e-blast, if we
connector,
could-
It's in the
yeah.
connector.
Is there room to squeeze in a little? Don't forget to sign up.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. If you all could do that, that would help maybe remind people when they're looking at it here.
Yeah, the
Um,
website traffic's looking higher than it has in the past.
Okay.
Looking at Google Analytics, kind of floating around here, and then you see the spike where everybody got their user
Uh-huh.
accounts, and then it's kind of riding higher.
Okay, so
So-
we made a little progress.
It might be an even balance, just kind of guessing whether it's residents using it more,
Uh-huh,
and there's more general traffic too,
hard to tell.
possibly.
Okay, how are we
But the
doing with
numbers
the
are-
error pages that were giving us trouble? That Google said takes 30, 60 days to settle that.
Yes, they quieted
They're
down.
coming down. Okay, good.
And so I had a little email with John. He's working on a couple of things. So when you log in the back end, there's some messages up there about a license expired and things like that. So I just handed that over to him,
Uh-huh.
said, you look at all that
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
for us.
Okay.
So when he gets back to me, I'll let you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be doing that as part of maintenance. is
Okay,
Going in there, making any updates they need,
okay,
stuff like that.
okay. So they're working away at it. You see things are going pretty well. I'm no judge to, okay. Okay.
Joyce, so I do a class in my building once a month, and one of the issues with the website registration or login is half the time people can't remember their password. So they're typing it in, and then we try to click show password, and that doesn't work. And I tried clicking that because I know my password does it by face registration, and it doesn't work. Like, you can't click on it. I don't know. Is that something that can be tested? And the reason why the residents are clicking that is, and when I sit with them, is because I say, are you typing in the right password?
And then,
And
yeah, and there's a place to click, hence you click.
Mm.
To
yeah,
see what you typed in, yeah.
yeah. So that doesn't work.
Okay, thanks, Lynn.
Drives me crazy when I go to a site and I can't see my
I
password.
know.
to see if I've
Yeah.
typed it correctly.
How I know if I made just a typo or is it the
Exactly,
wrong password that I'm putting in? Yeah,
Yeah, and if that's
Okay.
a problem, John.
Did
should
you make
fix
a
it,
note of
yeah,
that?
For
I just
free.
made a note
Okay,
of that for
okay,
maintenance. Yeah, we've already done our August maintenance, so,
okay,
um,
okay. So they've used their hour.
correct.
Okay, and so that's going pretty well. How's it
It's
going?
going pretty well. So I think we've pretty much gotten through the list that we had started that we were gonna take care of with, with the launch.
Uh-huh.
And, just now I feel like we're making it to the end of that. And then, new things that just creep in. But
Okay,
yeah, I'll be looking for, anything that needs to be done for September.
Okay.
So anything you come across, send my way.
okay,
Because I
okay.
don't have anything else to
Okay.
tackle. I know there's stuff there if I go down the rabbit hole and search.
Yeah,
I just don't really have the time for a
yeah,
lot of
to do
searching
that.
right
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
okay. All righty. Anything else? I see we've lost Lucy. Lucy, are you still with us?
She is not. You can
She's
see right
not.
there,
She's
not.
gone. Maybe it was dinner time.
Maybe she's
Okay.
also gonna- yeah.
Okay. All righty. Well, she does the update of the website, the new resident survey. So let's table that if we can. And we'll hear back how that's going. So then we've got this discussion of the possible website working group formation, or what the ECWG is going to do.
Peggy,
Yes, ma'am.
Lucy typed in the chat that she is on.
Oh, she is
Oh,
on.
she just needs to be promoted.
Okay.
She came in directly last time when she had the link.
Uh, Lucy, if you're there, can you tell us where we are with the new resident survey?
Well, she can't right now.
Oh,
'cause
she can't,
doesn't have
okay.
permission to talk.
Okay.
She is in the middle of being promoted, so she should appear here
Okay.
again. There we go. Now you can ask her.
Okay, Lucy? Can you hear us, Lucy? We can't hear you.
probably trying to unmute herself.
Yeah, she's still muted at this point. Lucy, you still need to unmute yourself.
Hear you.
Okay,
How's
There
there,
we go.
okay.
that?
Are you,
Okay. Now?
there you are. Okay, I see you now. The new resident survey, how are we doing with that?
We're doing okay. The final version went out to folks, and I have a few people who are going to send me some older, I think 2 or 3 older residents that moved in. And then, we'll see how it goes. I'll remind them from time to time, ask them if there's anybody who moved in.
Okay, so it's activated now. We're up and running with that.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody agreed
Okay.
to do it.
Okay, good enough. All righty, let's move on to the discussion of the possible website working group or the future of the ECA HUD, however we want to make it. It all kind of goes together. So
Can we talk about the resident survey? So when it's gone out, I don't understand how.
the new residents.
No, I know. So
Yeah.
the survey, everybody has it? Are they getting in the
Yeah, the
welcome
managers
package?
are using it
And then welcome
and
package.
implemented it, is what she's
Okay.
saying. And it's been actually distributed to a few people. She's waiting for responses,
Got
is
it,
what she
got
said.
it.
Some of the older move-ins that they were catching up with.
Got it.
Joyce, Joyce, Lucy, did you see this email that Neelam sent? She
Yes.
sent it yesterday afternoon. I thought it summed it up very well, where we
Yeah.
are with everything. So I guess at this point, how are you feeling about where we're going here? Do you have any particular feelings, Joyce?
No, I really don't.
You don't?
Let's see. Yeah, Neelam's summary was really good. I guess after reading Audra's email, I
Uh-huh.
don't think we intended to create like a committee or working group by ourselves. I think we know it has to go like through the board. I
Yes.
think we were just thinking it
Oh,
through
yeah.
as far as what would we present to the board, saying this is what we're thinking might work, and this is what we're thinking this committee or working group
Right.
might do, and
Yeah.
all of that, and then kind of hand it to them and
They have to make the
See what
ultimate
they
decision of what
think
they want.
about it.
How about you, Neelam? Where are you with this?
Well, couple of things. First, personally, I did not know that communication committee had the responsibility for the website. I had no clue. So we thought we had sort of, that's why we proposed it. Nobody ever mentioned, hey, you're outside your scope here. I had no idea. So anyway, so we're going there blindly. And then we invited Kathleen to come and join our group so she could do the resident,
Up to date.
all of
Keep them
that.
up to date, yeah.
So knowing that TRR will not be revised by the communication committee. So the responsibility lies with them in terms of anything updates or done to the website. So I'm thinking that our job is done. So if they're not going to revise the terms of reference, we cannot or should not move forward with any of our brilliant ideas.
Okay,
That's where I am.
okay. All righty. How about you, Lynn? You got any feelings here?
Sorry. Yeah, Neelam, thanks for putting that together. I thought it was good too. And I don't know why I got to go back to our terms of reference. Does it say website in the external terms
No.
of reference?
Yeah, I think so. This second, I'm looking right here. It doesn't, I don't think it says the website in particular. Develop contacts, county, state competitive, seeking prepare marketing plans, work directly with internal and external contacts to develop and implement improved plans and strategies, develop and monitor metrics, periodically review and update onward facing sections of the website,
There you go.
such as the visitor and the real estate toolbox as necessary, and assist management and the communications committee as necessary to ensure community photos, videos, and narrative language and to promote the community are to be updated and professional.
Yeah. So I'm with Neelam, and I think I was with you, Peggy, where we wanted to mark this as complete. It was a project that we did and we've completed it. Now, I don't want to step on internal communications feet, but Kathleen made it sound like the committee didn't want anything to do
Yeah.
with the website, but I guess they have to because it's part of their terms of reference.
Right.
I'm just concerned that we are training the residents to log in, to go in, to look at the content. And if there's not going to be a change to the resident portal, our residents don't care to look at the external part. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
they already own here. I mean, unless they're telling their best friend to come move here, you know, it's like us looking at I'm sorry, I'm constantly looking at the Birchwood Brambleton website. It's like us just looking at the external site because we're interested. You know, the residents
Right.
aren't going to look.
No, they're not. That wasn't done for them. That was done as a marketing thing to try and draw
Right.
people to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with Joyce. The next steps, I mean, it can't just sit there like the old website. You know, there has to be next steps. You look, you have a next step, you know, blah, blah, blah. But so I'm with Neelam on that.
Yeah, I want to add to what she said. You know, we built this great new website and it's a huge marketing tool. And to keep it a good marketing tool, it needs to be kept alive
Constantly.
and
Yes.
changing,
I-
adding more
Yeah,
to it,
yeah.
being active and not just
Yeah,
kind of
That was
sit
our
there.
intent to
So,
begin with, you
so
know.
where that responsibility lies,
I don't know. It
I
would,
kind of see it as a follow-up to what
Yeah,
we've done.
yeah.
It kind of fits in the
And the
TOR.
completion, the continuation, and it's an ongoing thing. How about you, Lucy? What are your
Well,
feelings?
I'm going to be straight up and I'm not going to dance around this issue. Okay.
Okay.
We took this on, what, a year ago?
Yep.
Because communications did not want to do it.
Mhm.
They didn't even want to touch the internal part, which should be definitely their responsibility. We have it in our terms of reference and we can keep it and we can fight the battle to have them take it away from us if they want it.
No.
But
No,
I
not
felt
doing that.
very strongly, okay, well, let me finish. I felt very strongly that our point was to do the external marketing, and that includes that portion that we did of the website, that we need to have a cohesive message to the public. That is a cohesive message that talks to realtors, talks to prospective buyers, talks to our current buyers so that they would go out and tell their friends about it like that, promote it. Whatever. And today, for the last year, internal communications has done absolutely nothing. They've shown no interest in anything. So after all the time and effort that we as a group put into this, I feel really annoyed and put out that all of a sudden we think we should just turn it over to another group to let their message be whatever that message is, which we don't really even know. So that's my 2 cents. You all can do whatever you want with it, but I am really annoyed, really, really annoyed that it's come to this because it's so clear that it's in our terms of reference. What I would do is just bring it to the board. They want it, we have it. Let the board decide who should get it. We who have it and take it away from us, or those who don't have it and give it to them, because that's what it comes down to. It's just a political and strategic issue here. All right? You want
Well,
to give it
Lucy,
are you all tired of dealing with it? Give it over to them.
well, I don't think I don't think anything. I think it was, at least on my part, just a misunderstanding that they had the responsible for the internal and we had the responsibility for the external. I have been enlightened that they have the responsibility to just oversee. And that the website, let me look my terms of reference again. Does it say we can just do it says such as the visitor The outward-facing sections of the lwva.org website, such as visitors and real estate toolbox sections, is necessary. It doesn't say we can do the resident portal. I mean,
No, we don't want to do the resident. We do not want to do the resident. We never did from the beginning. The only reason we got involved in the resident is because Kathleen and her group didn't want to mess with it. We weren't
yeah,
stuck with it.
then, yeah, that's why we asked her to join our committee so she could keep them informed, of what was going on. So
I've never done
anyhow, we seem to go around. It's not that I think personally, I think we need a committee that oversees the website. And I do think Joyce has a list of 8 items, of which 7 of them are residential things, pretty much. I've got the list right here, but anyhow, that need to be done and could be done with the resident side. So I think, this business about changing terms of reference was only trying to make it so that it was more explicit. The communications committee really likes doing the newsletter. And as I read their terms of reference, it really refers mostly to the newsletter. I mean, it does through the oversight of the website, but everything else, it isn't to communications outside with the media or communications. That's almost more in our terms of reference. So the
Well, I agree.
communications committee isn't really the communications committee, it's the connector committee. So we're not trying to be difficult or take anything away from them. I think they'd love to have it taken away from them. They don't want to do it. So it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of what do we recommend to the board? And it seems to me, what I was trying to figure out was how to set up a structure that we had a communications committee and under marketing, website, and connector or newsletter. But that adds one more layer of a meeting because then everything has to go to the communications. Or could we have someone from the communications committee sit on each? I mean, so that everybody doesn't have to do 2 meetings a month and everybody doesn't.
It needs to be one. Needs to be one, and everything needs to go through them. They need to make the decision. We don't need 4 or 5 different people, unless ECWG. Remember, keep in mind, we are a work group. We're not a committee.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
So
But
make
we're
that
talking about
I'm gonna make that
restructuring
distinction.
things here.
So
They
either, go ahead.
Go ahead, Lucy. Sorry.
They can do their part, okay, which is internal. And we can continue doing the external, which at this point, we've done most of the work. The pages are up there. A lot of them are ugly. We could change things. We can update pictures. We can update language. Not us ourselves. Somebody would have to do that.
But
I'll tell
Lucy,
you that I do not think that anyone in internal, Kathleen's group, will learn how to do it themselves. I know who they're going to rely on. Donna Lees. And
right,
management. Right.
management has the responsibility of doing all of that anyway. She's looking at, so they have the responsibility, so they have taken over that task. They are taking care of registration, they're taking care of pictures or updating.
I think
So
there's
what
a
I'm
little
saying is, I think our job is done, but that's what
I
my
think what
opinion
the
is.
confusion is here is that what will be our role ongoing?
Yeah,
Are we gonna be
exactly.
There
voice-
isn't one.
voice
What group? We're done.
promoting LWVA? Who is gonna be that voice? Who is gonna create the message and the words? Who is gonna look at that long term, the direction of where we're going? You want to give it to internal communications?
Well,
Why
they're the
not?
communications. I
It's
mean,
their
they're the
Not-
communications committee.
No, that's why not, because they're not external. That's why not. We need to do that. We need to do other things. It needs to be all one message joined up together as this is the message. These
Well,
are
now,
all,
Lucy,
these are all
See-
the things that we're going to do to make the mission statement work. And you give that part away to somebody else, you could just forget it.
But see, the TOR for communication committee, it does not make a distinction internal or external. It's just a blanket website.
Because at that time we did not exist. That is an old TOR, okay? I was on that committee like 10 years ago when they did that. And yes, at that time we Ellen and I redid the website. And every once in a while, we would read it over and send to Joyce things that needed to be changed. And the folks over at Association Boards used to make the changes. And Donnelly used to make some changes and Joyce used to make some changes. And that's the way it went. So that's the history behind why it is on their TOR. But things changed after that. And shame on them that they didn't update their thing, because it specifically says in ours that we are responsible and includes the website too. And that's why we had the go-ahead to do it. That's why we went out for the bids, for the funding. We spent endless hours doing it. So now if you want to give the message over to somebody else, go to it.
I'm still wondering how we're going to make the use of the website that you can make with the use of the website. How is it going to grow further? How is the clicks going to be reduced on the internal side of it, the resident side?
We don't
Yeah,
care about the
USGH.
internal side. We don't.
Yeah, but I do. I want to have a good website, complete, not just the external part of it.
Peggy, they're two distinct, absolutely distinct things.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but in fact, they are the website, both of them, both sides of it.
See, Lucy, we recognize that. Hence, we said, okay, we have done the external
Yeah.
part. Allow us to do the resident portal as well. That was the intent. That's what we were working on, whether it should be a new group or who should have the responsibility. So that's what we were ironing out in the end.
Yeah.
But this was a curveball to me, saying no, it's their responsibility, without making any distinction. Gee, we just do the internal and you do the external. There was no such message. It said it's their responsibility, period.
Well, it does say they have the
Yeah.
oversight.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
okay,
disagree with that completely.
okay,
Well,
but that's their terms of reference.
And they're
it says
they're
it.
not willing to revise
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So there we are.
Well,
But so what? We've been operating for a year and a half with conflicting terms of reference. So what?
Yeah,
We'll continue
we
that
have.
way.
we have. Well, it seems to me, okay, well, I will defer. Do we want to go to a vote on what we want to do? Somebody want to make a motion of where we should go forward with reference to the website? Let's take the website number one. We have
Only
other
thing I
things to,
say- The only things I say then, if you all take a vote in that language, you need to say that all work on the external part of the website by the external communications group will cease and desist. All the responsibilities for all updates, all changes will go to the internal communication group. And you have to put it that way. Let them do it.
I think maybe if we rough out a plan and say, okay, so we created the website, we want to do ongoing things to it, like monetize it.
Mhm.
Then one idea might be change ECWG to ECC. Now it's a committee, define what its role is as far as marketing and things like that. So I think if we kind of lay something out and agree on what a good structure might be, then we could vote.
Yeah.
And I want to hear from Donnelise, because I know
Yeah.
she's got all
The
this,
gal that gets to do all the work.
she's
Yeah,
got all
yeah.
this organized in her mind.
So not really, but I mean, I don't see it as a conflict. I mean, they have the oversight because it needs to be assigned to a committee, something that's going to be there and standing. And then this was a project that was assigned to external communications. That is complete. I understand that you guys have visions of how you would like to see it moving forward, and you're not wrong in saying that communications is not going to push your agenda through. So maybe your next step is to, talk with the board and see, what the feeling is, like what do you want from this? Now that we have this website, it's a great marketing tool. What is your vision for where this is moving forward and how to get there?
But we need to have a solution. What are we proposing here?
Yeah, I think we need a proposal.
We need a
because I think-
proposal. Is there something? That's what we started with. We'll have one standalone website. That's where we're heading. So board is willing to listen to us, but
Yeah.
we need to have plan?
Well,
What are we
here's
asking?
the plan
to-
of the items that still need to be addressed. And the communications committee is not interested in addressing them. So whatever they want to call us, marketing and communications, that would let us do the realtor side and the website.
But I want to be clear. I mean, oversight is good.
Yeah,
Word is good. What does
Oh.
that mean to me?
the board
To
will
my
be
new
oversight.
committee, do I have to go get approval from them for each and everything we
Yeah.
do? Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
not happening.
Yeah.
So either we have it or we
Uh-huh.
don't.
So they'd have to change their terms of reference. and take
Precisely.
it out.
And they're saying they're not willing to do that. So there we have it.
Well, I don't think it's their decision either. I think it's the board's decision.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we need to take it in front of the board and
Yes.
say
Okay. So we
that
need to
needs
put a
to be,
plan
it
together.
can't be a word
Okay.
group, it has to
Yeah.
be a committee.
Yeah.
Because if we want to have some authority and some
Yeah.
long-term goal here, vision here, then you have to have a structure that's going to
That works.
withstand
Yeah.
all of what
Yeah.
we need to
Well,
do.
we have other things to withstand if we go forward, because I've got this policy resolution. Are we changing resolution 17 in any way right now? Is that one of the ones? That's not one of the ones being worked on.
I know it's one of the ones being looked at. and
Okay.
We talked about it yesterday. Don't remember any changes being made to 17.
Okay, because there are things in there that have to be changed to move forward with monetizing and, those kinds of things. It states directly you can't advertise them.
Yeah,
you know,
everything,
so,
we need to spell
yeah.
each and
Yeah,
everything. we
I mean,
want
there's
to do,
quite a bit to,
vision,
yeah. And so,
and then get more members.
yeah,
But we need to have
Absolutely,
a
yeah.
solid, leg to stand on,
mhm.
because if we're going to address marketing
Mhm.
and everything else, we need to have some experts from,
Mhm.
we need to go out and.
Well, that's
recruit
why
the
I
people.
feel a marketing and communications committee, of which the newsletter, the marketing and the website are like 3 subcommittees under it. They all come to the meeting and there's something being worked on each one. For instance, the newsletter, you do the newsletter at your meeting. But Kathleen could come and say, we've got the August issue ready and the this and that, when everything's going or whatever. Do you have an article you want us to post or something like that? And somebody else would run the website part of it, that Joyce or you or Paul Dunham, and somebody else like Lucy would run the marketing part with Jim Sondalter or something with the realtors.
Right.
That makes sense to me in the structure.
Well,
And
that's
that's
what we-
kind of what this, okay,
TOR.
the SPG, what is it? Come on.
Strategic plan.
Yeah, the 5-year
Yeah,
plan,
yeah.
I'm trying to blank. Anyhow,
Strategic.
that's a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Little senior moment. Anyhow, that's kind of, they have all these things on the list, and a lot of them are in different things. Lucy had started a committee back in October of 22, which pretty much addresses everything, the marketing communication working group. Right, Lucy? That's the one that didn't, we had trouble. It didn't take hold.
Marketing subcommittee, yeah. Then we just didn't have enough power. But what I would like to ask Peggy is, what is management's view on how they would like to work through this? I think.
Well,
whatever-
Audra wrote that letter. Did you see Audra's letter?
No,
Audra sent us a write-out telling us how to
Put
do
in
it.
The email that
It's
I
in
sent
your
yesterday.
thing, yep.
I am off my formal Outlook because I can't get
Okay.
on it.
Neelam, okay, can you get an email?
No,
On your
no,
phone?
I received an
Okay.
email yesterday. I can receive it if somebody sends it to my Gmail account, but Outlook MS is giving me fits.
Let me read this paragraph to you, Lucy.
Okay,
She
thank
says,
you.
if the ECWG believes there is a need for a separate group, I would suggest putting together a proposal explaining what you are recommending, why you believe it's needed, what's the group's specific purpose and responsibilities would be, and how it would differ from or relate to the existing groups that exist. You can send me that email and I will include it in the upcoming board packet. And then we could take it to the board for approval.
Well, that's where we were headed.
That's where
Till
we
we
were
found
working
out
on.
the
Yeah,
communication.
that's what
they
we
have the
were working
website.
at. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, right.
And have
Our
Audra,
problem is coming to consensus.
and have Audra and whoever else she wants Donalise or, Susie or whoever, look it over and let us know if we go in the right direction or the wrong direction. Because at the end of the day, they get stuck implementing all this stuff.
Right.
Right. You're right.
Well, that's why.
That,
when I talked
Annalise,
to
though,
her-
here we are again. How do you feel about this? I mean, now we've got 3 committees plus an overriding committee. That's 4. Right now, we have 2. We have the communications and the ECWG, so it doubles the workload. Of course, one of them will be working with realtors down the road. One will be doing the website, hopefully the whole website, and the other would be doing just the newsletter. Would that all fall in your, I mean, originally,
Yeah.
I think that's what the strategic plan intended. And this one that Lucy set up, I see she set it up as a working group, not a committee. So
Mhm.
the existing committee is always, the communications committee has always existed, is what I'm saying. So
Mm.
that must be why she set it up as a working group, because it's the marketing and
When you
community.
say she set it up,
Lucy, back in 22, we tried to
Okay.
get that together that way, and it didn't, it fell through. It
Yeah.
lasted 4
Yeah, I
months or so,
remember,
and yeah, okay.
yeah.
So, but that seems to be the structured, more or less, it's put out here in the 5-year strategic plan. So does that give you extra heartburn? Yeah.
No, it doesn't give me extra heartburn. I mean, I'm happy to support whatever, direction the board wants
The
to
board
move
goes,
in.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Does that make sense to you from an administrative way of doing it, to have like an overriding communications and then say newsletter, marketing and website?
So are you seeing it as a subcommittee of the communication committee?
Yeah, it has to
subcommittee,
fall
okay.
under something, unless you want to just eliminate the communications
No,
and
no,
make
no,
each one a committee.
No.
Okay. That they talk to each other anyhow. I mean,
It's
one
better if
people
they-
gets the other
Yeah,
article to
it's
post.
better if they
Yeah.
work together,
Okay,
because then somebody has to communicate
Yeah.
with somebody else. It's better.
and
I
there's,
don't know, maybe subgroup would work. I don't know.
well, and maybe one member from each subgroup makes up the communications committee or whatever the overriding committee is, or even 2 members or whatever they decide
How
is the
many
right.
members are there? Maybe.
Well, there's meant to be 2 representatives from each of the associations, with the
Uh,
exception of Overlook, we get 1. So it's meant to be a full committee. That makes 11.
We have no one. in that.
No,
No,
we
Overlook.
don't. Yeah.
Are you talking about the communications committee? They're short right now. They're trying to get people on. I think
Yeah,
Blue Ridge has
currently, I
no
think
one
we're
right
at-
now. They're really down right
Yeah,
now.
I want to say there's only 6 members. So.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that is really down. But you'd be comfortable with something like that? The people who have to do the work, does that make
You
sense?
mean, okay, so communication committee and then subcommittees
Uh-huh,
underneath,
3
or
committees, 3
so
sub-under,
distinct,
Yeah.
so they all funnel up to communication.
and that would be, is there anything else you'd handle in communications? Your marketing, your website, your
Like your
newsletter?
connector, yeah.
The newsletter, well, it might need another letter because it's in control of the boards and the e-blast. It's not just the newsletter, is it?
So, yeah.
What you could call, I'm trying to think of words. You don't get the word communication in it again, and people get confused as to what is what, on a recommendation.
So what do you wanna hang on to by yourself? Is it the registration part? Is it the update part? Is it, for example, should we be giving you the pictures to post, or is it going to be too much for you to handle getting information from several different people? Is you want to be the sole owner,
for
or
the
so
website?
for the
To
website?
the website?
For the website. Because, so how many, we have 4 people in the committee now? How many do we have?
On our committee,
No, communication.
on the committee, the
About
committee,
6, yeah.
there's
About
6 right
6,
now.
so
Uh-huh.
we'll have subgroup, and, we'll have somebody be maybe working on the content, something that you wanna hang on to, not be dictated by some other group. It's a function of the website that you're either taking care of it now or wish to keep it just with you, is there any portion of that that you,
Well, I think it all needs to come, through to the management office.
it
And
will,
so when
it
you
will
say
come.
what
What
you
I
wanna
mean
hang
by
on to
being
it.
dictated, for example, should we be sending you the update? Should we be sending you the pictures? Should
Well,
we be
currently,
telling your
yes,
ideas?
yes. I mean, that is how it's meant to happen
Yeah.
now, yes.
Donna Elise does all the
Yeah,
work then, pretty much for
Well,
almost
it's
all.
fine, it's just,
I
yeah,
I
you're
don't
fine
do
with
all the
that.
work, but I
Yeah.
funnel it,
So
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
open to getting input from 5 different people or all designated groups, communication.
I see where
one
you're
and-
going.
you know
Okay,
where I'm
okay,
going with
I
it.
couldn't figure out where you were going. Okay. So now there are 4 groups that are sending you information, or does it all need
Or
to
do-
come
Well, I
through
think
just
it
the
would be one
communication?
cohesive plan
Yeah.
if you're all working together
Yeah.
under the communications
I think
Okay,
committee. I mean,
okay.
It'll probably
I
work
would think it
better.
would be a cohesive plan and everybody's on the same page of what direction
So
you're
it
moving
makes sense
in.
to have one committee and then subcommittees underneath. So I think it'll flow better.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do you think, Joyce?
Um,
Whatever you go, you need to go. If we dissolve, then you need to go to the communication committee
Yeah,
because you are the linchpin in all of this.
I'm thinking with 3 subcommittees, it's hard to get volunteers,
Mhm.
so they might end up being 1 person each. I don't know how that would
I
work,
know.
whereas if it's
Oh, Lord help
one-
us if they're one person.
if it's one subcommittee, then all their brains can be together on the different projects. Just a thought about volunteers.
Mhm.
Shorted.
That's a thought, yeah. Well, if it doesn't fly, it doesn't fly. I mean, I don't know quite much what you can do if people aren't willing to do. I can think of people that I think are interested, techies that are interested in the website, and I can think of people that might be interested in marketing. And you've got people doing the connector or the e-blasts and the screens and all that stuff. So,
So
Gosh.
maybe we could submit to the board 2 ideas, one where there's subcommittees under communications, and then maybe one where ECWG converts to ECC and marketing or
Uh-huh.
whatever we call it, and they would be 2.
and
side
just
by
it would
side.
be in charge of doing those.
Yeah, everything else.
Okay.
Is there any, you said the communications committee is missing people?
Yes, they're short 5 people or so. They're missing several people.
Did anyone join from Blue Ridge?
No, that was the problem. That was one of the buildings. They had no one. Am I right, Donna Leach? You're the one
I'd
that
have to
knows.
grab the roster.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't keep all your buildings
Yeah.
straight in my head.
We live here, I can't keep it straight.
Yeah, no one from Blue Ridge, Lynn. Do
Okay.
you have any input here to
I'm on the communications committee for Blue Ridge, and
Yeah.
our focus is the newsletter, Blue Ridge newsletter.
your newsletter, right?
Yeah, yeah, and our management office handles the website. So if there's any changes or anything like that, um, I agree. I think technically I agree with Lucy. If you let it go, you let it go. But I also feel like if you let it go, it's gonna go away.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a fear.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
so much yet that can be done with it that's a shame, to let it go away.
I think I don't think it hurts to make a proposal to the board
We were doing that.
at the next meeting
Mm-hmm.
because when I first joined I think I heard that you all had tried to revamp the website in the past and it never came to fruition.
Lucy did that to a degree.
Well, yeah, they did it. They did it like 5 years ago. They revamped it, but every 5 years or so, with technology changing like it is, it was time. And there was a lot that wasn't right on the website, and there's so much more you can do with the website. So,
And I think the board had to approve it because Association Voice was no longer going to support
That's right.
it.
yes, you're
Um,
right.
So I think if we made a proposal to the board, I mean, I think, and proposed, in line with communications. I mean, we we do want to make sure communications is aware of this. Um, Kathleen was not present at the last communications meeting. Um,
Was she not there? Is that why Marie was running it or whoever it was
I,
running it? I thought I saw Kathleen right at the beginning. I think she was there, Lynn. I'm thinking I was gonna ask her. I think she is maybe no longer the chair. Maybe that's moved over to, I couldn't tell if it was Eileen or Marie that was running the meeting. Donna Lee's just left, so I don't know, she would know, but
I listened to the beginning and she was not there.
it was not. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
missed the very beginning. Okay.
So I think a conversation with the chair, whoever it is, I guess we'll have to look at the minutes,
Uh-huh.
should actually be done so that they're not taken aback by the proposal. Um,
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to, when we get there, I'll talk to Kathleen. They don't give a shoot about the website, and she's already said they're really the connector committee. But they do, when you look at their terms of reference, they do have responsibility. I have it here for communication. No, that's Lucy's group. I've got so many terms of references sitting here. No, that's
I
communication.
I feel like the current board of members who sit on the board of members should be made aware via proposal that we propose, because they have been with us through,
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
through
I
the
think
beginning, and
they
they
want
will,
us to do the max with the website. There's no sense
right.
not to. I mean, there really isn't.
I
And
mean,
so, yeah,
there might be potential changes upcoming. We might have different options for a restaurant. There might be other, people have made comments about, why they moved here, etc. And
yep,
if that
Mhm.
falls by the wayside, shame on us. That's only us. Shame on
yep,
us. You
Yeah, so
know,
if you look at the second page where I have options here.
yep.
So, I mean, we can build on that,
Pros,
because I
cons.
put pros and cons and what we can possibly do. Those are the options moving forward.
I think we should write a one pager, because I think
Mhm.
we don't want to inundate the bomb with 10 pages and reasoning and
Yeah.
etc. I think a one pager to be included, to ask Audra to include it in the bomb packet. And then when we make, it'll be part of the agenda. So someone from the audience can actually speak to it, or we can speak to it, Peggy, during the ECWG report. But I think it needs to be made simple, because they have other things they have to think about. So I just feel like, in listening to the recording, the communications team was not as aware of their terms of reference.
Yeah, no, I don't think they were either. Right.
You
That
know,
it came as a surprise kind of to them too. But I know that Kathleen is well aware because she's been on our committee, and when she came on, it was explained and she took it to the committee. Now half of them are off and the other half may be new, then
right?
yeah, at this
Half of them
point.
are missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here's a no-brainer. We're not communicating well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, there you go. No,
Got
so
that right.
I mean, I think, just to end this conversation, I make a motion that we write a proposal with everything that we have just discussed. I don't
No,
think,
no, no.
I mean, not letting go of it, but we need to make a motion to have a decision be made, you
Yeah,
know.
I thought we were going to do that today.
Well, we
So
can
I
draft a
agree with
plan.
Lynn.
Yeah,
I agree with Lynn. I think we should put together a one pager. It says that the external communications working group will still stay in business. They're going to take care of 2 or 3 things. It's going to be external communication, whatever you want to call marketing to realtors, just, bullet points. The website, external facing website updates, using it as a marketing tool, blah, blah, blah. And then in other words, each big task is going to fall under one group that works at the external working group. And that person, if there's 3 people that are the heads of that, each one of them would maybe, if that's the way it's decided, could go to internal communications and present and tell them what they're doing. I don't see these people as having to go to internal communications and get approval from internal, because it's a totally different thing. And write that up and see if management likes it. And if management likes it and they're with us as a team, then we go over to the board of members. And, even Audra could send it to the BOM. That would be a stamp of approval from management.
Lucy, let me see if I understood you correctly. Did
Mhm.
you say that we're back to the website thing? Are we only going to do the external website part again, and we're going to put the rest of it on the communications committee again?
I guess that's to be decided. When Kathleen says her group's not interested, it might come back to us. But if we have enough volunteers that would work on this project, it
Yep.
could get done.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It should be the website, falls under our jurisdiction. And incomplete, and we get more people to work on the website. I'm not interested in working on the website. I don't think you're interested in it, but there are people that Joyce does it, and I know Paul Dunham wanted to get everything from Building Winkle, and he'd be willing, I think, to maybe not. He may be too busy now, but I mean, there are people here that have vision of what could be done on the resident portal, and I think the website should be completely the website, not just this and that. I understand what you're saying with it being 2 different things, but one committee could do it all.
Yes, and then there'd be a committee that does the marketing to the realtors
Yep.
directly outside, goes in and makes sure, clean up all those 55 plus websites owned by other people who misrepresent us. There's a lot of work that we could be doing.
Yep.
And I would like to work on the website, but I am not a technical person that knows
Yeah.
software and how to upload things. But
Yeah.
I would like to work on the communication part of it, the message.
Okay, sounds good. So that would be that part. Okay, I think we're making progress.
So we're right where we were before.
Yeah, well, but we're but
We haven't made
Okay.
any
but we're
decisions.
agreeing.
This is where we started 2 weeks ago. We're gonna have a plan. for
3 months
us
ago.
to
Neelam,
do this.
sometimes you have to walk around the block like
Yeah,
5
so we have.
Well, I've been walking.
to find out that you really love your neighborhood. You know how that goes sometimes?
Okay, Neelam, would you be willing to put together a 1-pager? You've got AI and
I know. I can do that, but I'll send it to you. But if we go for the committee and if the communication committee is going to be anyhow involved, I would insist that they take that reference to website
off of the
off of
yeah,
the
yeah.
TOR.
I don't think they'll
Because
have
we
any.
don't, I understand
they
that,
don't
but
have
I
any
don't
trouble.
want, if this is gonna be a standalone committee taking over all the responsibilities, then they need to own it,
Mhm.
not need somebody else's
Yeah,
blessing.
Let us own it.
Let
instead.
us
Yeah,
own it,
okay.
run with it,
Yeah, okay.
and then
See if we can get some good people to.
we'll get
Yep,
some good
mhm, yep.
people, and it needs to be a committee,
Okay,
needs to be a committee.
okay.
So like option 1 on your chart.
Option one.
Option 1, and you might note all of Joyce's little goodies that were in her email,
That's
the
what I
8
put
items that needed addressing. I have them here. Reasons
Well,
why we want to do it, the 8
I don't know that
items.
we
Oh,
really
yeah, I
want-
have.
Oh, you've got all
Oh,
that,
I've got all
okay,
that. I got all that.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
I don't know that we want to go really into the weeds for a lot of this stuff because it'll go right over the BOM's head.
No, it's going to be very simple. It's going to be concise, and then I'll let you guys look at it before we send it over to management.
Okay,
But we are in agreement. We're going to be asking for a committee.
Okay, would somebody like to make a
Responsibility-
motion?
Oh, shoot, I'm supposed to be
Okay.
taking notes.
Pat,
Okay.
You'll have a recording.
I hate listening to record.
Neelam, just post the recording to Chat GPT
Yes,
and
there you go.
ask them to
Yeah,
summarize it.
Transcribe it, yeah.
But
I
I have a question. So I think Joyce's points, the first 3 or 4 are
Mhm.
all in the resident portal.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Most
they
of them are the residents. Only one is 1 or 2.
I think, I mean, what do you guys think?
Well, we're gonna take on responsibility for all of it, the whole website. So it doesn't make any difference whether it's in the resident portal or in the visitor portal. It would be our responsibility.
So we have-
Okay.
we have
And
you-
that will change the terms of reference
else?
for the
Real estate?
communications committee as well as ours. You know, if we.
Okay,
Yeah, take away.
I mean, that's what we've been doing so far. I
Yeah.
don't see anything happening on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, I agree. I just, did you listen to the communications meeting? It was very obvious. Anyways, I won't say it on camera.
Well,
but
you know, but they, I don't think they were that aware, but I do know that Kathleen came to us and said that they had discussed it. And so, Lynn, I'm thinking that, you know, I know a couple of them are quite elderly, whether they remember quite clearly. And there may be some new members, and there were a lot of members gone, but it was very clear that she had taken it to them and that they had kind of voted on it almost and decided they were not interested in the website, period. And that's when we first started. So that's why we invited Kathleen to come and join our committee so that she could keep them updated if there was anything that she thought they might be objectionable to, or if we were doing anything that was infringing on
Right.
their whatever we should be
highlighted,
doing, she would be involved and know about it. So I think that has always been, at least between Kathleen and me, it's been well understood. And so I don't think there's any surprise there for the committee, except that you were right. It was obvious David Kenley didn't appear to realize that anything had happened with the website, and there were a couple, I couldn't see who was running. Was that Marie or was that Eileen?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Marie was running, so Kathleen wasn't there.
Correct.
I thought I
Yeah.
saw her blouse or something right at the beginning or something, but she wasn't there. Okay, well,
Which
so
Marie is that?
say that again, Lucy.
Which thing, I'm sorry, which Marie was that?
Maria Kelly.
Kelly?
Maria
Maria
Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're back to you, Neelam. You were gonna write a motion?
I'll write it up. Let me do the proposal.
Okay.
So are you in agreement with all the things that are highlighted over there, or are you?
Authority, feature rollouts, portal revamps.
Mhm. You have to read it? We'll send it to you. I'll send you these.
Yeah.
And send it to you, and then if you like it, wanna tweak it, we're open to.
So you're
suggestions.
gonna leave it with the communications committee?
No,
You said it retains the high level policy oversight on number 1? Am I?
Yes, so we can take that out. I mean,
Yeah,
was just
I would
or,
just clear it, and then
Yeah.
there won't be any, and we won't have to go through one
So
more level or
creation of
something.
no,
Yeah.
permanent digital media and
Okay.
welfare committee
Okay.
define oversight versus execution. If we
Okay,
go that route, they have the oversight, we can have the execution, but I think the cleanest way would be
yeah, just,
that we have it all,
it's our
have a
responsibility.
committee.
Yeah,
Um,
we can
and-
take
and
things
we'll-
to the board if there's a question, something,
and
or
not only
management to
that,
something. if they're-
we can invite them.
Yeah.
As we had Kathleen
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
We can do the same.
It would be nice to have somebody on
Yeah,
it, yeah.
so
Okay.
we'll see. It doesn't have to be closed door. I don't think we need. Anyway, all right, I'll write this up. Send it to you guys,
Okay.
and then
We could do a lot of this online, I
we
think.
can do it
Pastor Brown.
online,
Okay.
and then So we're in August.
I
think
don't
we're
know if we'll
by
be ready
September.
by September, but October's fine.
I'm going on vacation in October.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it'll be a done deal. You won't
Oh,
get out the door till
I can help you too, Neelam. I
Great.
think it should go on the September thing, which means which means we have to have it completed, in the next few days.
I'll not September. You think you want to go in September?
I
Well-
think so. I mean, September 2nd is the board meeting. I don't think it's too late to submit
Just a
something.
couple of weeks, 2 weeks from
Yeah.
today.
Audra said we just need a few days to have
Yeah,
the
she
deal.
usually puts the packet out 3 days earlier, so
Puts it out Friday.
Friday before the meeting.
So I was
Okay.
just thinking, board has so much to work on.
Okay,
They're inundated with other stuff,
yes,
like the restaurant. They're having extra meeting.
yes,
So I can, you know what, I can put it together. Let's see what my schedule.
okay.
I'll put it together and then I'll send it to you guys and then we can go from there. And then send it to admin.
Do you think it'd be helpful to attach a terms of reference for
We
what we're
can.
Them to
suggesting?
review.
And if they're all
See,
happy about it, they.
See, the
they
thing
can
is,
say
we
go.
already have Lucy prepared it.
She did, yeah. I
Yes,
think-
so we have one POR for one committee. And that would be up for editing from you guys or whomever. Yes.
Might
we
save
can
a step.
Save a
They-
step,
If they like our plan, they're gonna say, well, give us terms of
turn the
reference
reference,
now.
we'll have it. So Lucy, are you good with the merging of the two TORs already? Are you done with it?
You're muted, Lucy. We can't hear you. Still can't
Sorry,
hear
I
you.
did-
Okay, we got you.
So if you'd like, I believe I have that copy and I could change, kind of update it based on what we said today.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great, yes.
To, everybody, and if Donna Lease would be kind enough to look at it also to help us.
Of course.
Then you'd have something that would be nice and clean for you, Neelam.
Okay, send it to me and to Donna Lease and the rest of the team
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
I'll work on it tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day here, thunderstorm. so-
Okay,
Okay, so I'll wait from you from that and then I'll work on the rest. Do we
Okay.
have a name you want to call it?
Let's see. I think marketing should be in there,
Okay,
right?
what did I come
Maybe
up
the
with?
word digital kind of covers.
I have Digital Media and Website Committee.
how
Just
about
call it
marketing digital?
digital media and marketing, because website is digital, right?
Is the website
Okay,
digital?
so Digital Media and Marketing.
Well, if you all like that, I mean, because marketing is like everything to the realtors.
So it would be DMMC.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it then?
It's gotta be a good acronym, right?
Yeah.
Be a bad one.
Damn. mm,
Yeah. It's getting there.
All right.
Well, you can switch it around, marketing and digital media.
That's good. That sounds better. Marketing and, no, okay,
No,
whatever. Not
well, yeah,
digital
well,
marketing, that's fine.
Okay. I have any suggestions or comments? Amy?
Don't think so.
Yeah, such good. Any name suggestions? Think about it.
I was gonna say,
Have a dream or something.
that's ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay. We need somebody to find some more people.
But that, I
Yeah.
think that won't be that hard once we know what we
If
can
we
do
get
and
the
what we're
direction
looking
from the
for, so,
board.
Put an
okay.
article in the connector. Once we
yeah,
know.
that's true.
exactly
It
what
absolutely should
candidates
be
we're looking for.
included.
Are
Okay,
Are we trying to form this as a committee or a working group? With a committee, does it have to have representation from every building, like all the other committees, budget and finance, communication?
no, I don't think so, Lynn, but what it does have to have is a quorum
quorum, yeah.
and which a working group doesn't have to have. But I don't think it has to have two or one member from every building to
Because
be on it.
Overlook is
Yeah,
underrepresented
yeah.
in every group.
We just take people who are interested and can do.
Okay,
Okay.
so our goal is September or October?
I think
Otherwise-
I personally, I think if they are going to review this, they won't make a decision on their first time because they honestly never do on any decision. So if we do it September, there'll be a chance for October. But if we wait for October, then you're talking sometimes they don't meet in November or
Mhm.
sometimes they don't meet in December. Then you're talking next year, and there might be a whole new set of, board members
Board members start
that
all over
haven't
again.
been tracking with us the
Yeah.
entire year.
Yeah, we may need some
Yeah.
more.
Good points, Lynn. Thank
Yep.
you. Mhm.
We might have to ask for more money.
Well, that we will worry about New
Yeah,
Year.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
No, I agree with Neelam because it costs
But it
money
has to be, funding has to be part of it because.
for the internal site,
We
especially.
have to get to square one. to
No,
worry
no, square one. No,
Yeah,
we're
but
saying
you're
we
right,
need this, we
absolutely,
need this, we need funding. I
Yeah.
don't want to leave
Yeah.
that out
Yeah.
because then it will, oh, well, I
Yeah.
don't know, it's going,
Yeah.
yes, it will cost money.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
yes,
absolutely, yeah.
and this is the right time because Budget and Finance is
Exactly.
reviewing the 2027. They're probably going to have to review possible line item funding for the restaurant, possibility funding. People have written things in the restaurant letter. There's something might have to be included under website. So
I'm gonna put funding in there, so
yeah.
it's not, I mean, we are relying on volunteers very heavily, but I want to make sure that they understand there will be some.
Yeah, I mean the draft budget is already out and
Yeah.
next week is going to be the cutting of stuff because I happen to be on Budget and Finance, and I have my ideas of what could be cut out. A long list of ideas. So I
Should I
plan
send
on
you should I send you my ideas?
yes, do,
Okay.
and I won't say it on
Yes.
this video.
No,
No, you
No.
better
No,
not.
no, I'll just send it to you.
Okay.
okay. Are we through with this discussion?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Neelam, you're gonna figure out, you're gonna help, no, Lucy's gonna get the
Lucy-
terms of reference. Sorry,
Reference,
Joy. You've already given us the
I'll
70
reach out
seconds, okay.
to
New business.
Lynn
Go.
if I have an issue with that.
There's so many things that this committee, that if it's a digital committee could do, that would be so helpful. For example, if someone wants to buy a ticket to go to a show, right? You have to somehow disturb Jeannie, right? Well, what if there was something in the website that allowed you to go in, put in your credit card number, and click all the events you want to participate in, and there you go, you're done, right? I mean, Jeannie must get like 100 calls every month about, I want to go here, I want to go to that, I want to go to this other thing. I mean,
So-
these are efficiencies that we can work on for the management group too.
So Lucy and Joyce might know the name. We have a reservation system that has the capabilities and the functionality to do that.
Yeah,
Management
they all use it.
management
Well,
has not opened it up to the residents.
Well, that's not a good thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know all the reasons, but maybe this group could look into it and make it be.
What's
I
the
mean, we
name?
have to become more efficient and more streamlined and that sort of thing. I mean, we
Oh,
just,
absolutely. Absolutely. I was on a committee for my 500 home HOA, and somebody who's been doing it since the dawn of time loves Excel. But once that person was out of there, everything was digitized, payments, signups, blah, blah, blah. It's just when you're used to doing things, quote, the way it was,
mhm.
then you're afraid to move up. So, and Joyce, I can't remember the name of the application they use to sign up people.
ActiveNet,
What was it?
ActiveNet.
ActiveNet, you know.
Mhm.
So we have purchased the functionality. We just don't use it.
Oh. How much did it cost? Does it cost a lot?
There might be additional costs involved. I don't know about making that. It's just, it has the capability. ActiveNet has the capability.
Hmm.
To turn it on. I don't know if there's associated costs.
But I mean, even you could, I don't know if you're interested, but even the buildings can use it. How many people go down and sign up for things and waste the assistant manager's time every month? You know?
Well,
We could
you
just-
think it's a waste of time, but I mean, I see it as a way that we connect one-on-one with residents when they come and sign up for things.
Well. Okay.
We've talked about it many times.
Yeah.
Each building is an, HO in itself. I mean, the function that we perform in the community, here LWVA, I mean, they're duplicated in each and every building,
Uh-huh.
So I think we just need to concentrate on LWVA.
Well,
And
that's,
then, yeah,
was Lucy mentioning we
Yeah.
should be doing the building link carries what each building is doing
yeah,
every
that's what I'm
day.
saying. So
Yeah.
they may not be open to, I don't know.
Well, if we ever get it
They're
over onto
encroaching.
the website, which may not be possible,
But,
but then
I
it would be
know,
there. But
that's-
anyhow,
That's a hurdle we have.
Yeah.
Big hurdle.
Yeah.
If they're standalone, they have their own autonomy and all
Yeah.
of that. So
Yeah.
you may not be able to dictate.
well, we can deal with that.
No,
Square one, right?
I just have a question.
Okay, yep.
Is ECWG evolving or are we dissolving?
I would say we're dissolving,
We're
and it would just
dissolving
become
and
a
then
new. Yeah.
we are forming. I just want to make sure I use the right term.
Or you mean you can use the word we're involving into this other
No, just
committee, but
wanted to-
it's one is
No,
done
done
and the
is
other
done.
one
So
just
dissolving
starts
and
again.
then-
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's my opinion. Anybody else have
No,
a
I was
better
gonna
opinion on
dissolve.
that? Okay,
dissolve.
you go with that. Okay. All right, are we ready to move on to new business?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's not have any business.
Yeah,
Really.
we're not gonna, Kathleen called me, this discussion of approaching media for more of LWVA coverage in general. Kathleen had luck with both Loudon Now and, speaking of that, and the Loudon Times, getting them to write up an article on the book fair, or no, the writers' workshop.
Yeah.
It was
So-
the literary festival.
The
that they did.
literary fund. And so I asked Kathleen how she did that because Carolyn battled Lucy, tried and tried and tried. I mean, we
Mhm.
worked at trying to get them to take articles and magazines to take articles. She apparently knows the editors of both of those papers. And so she suggested maybe we bring them over and schmooze them and have lunch with them in one of our condos. I'd love to see a restaurant to have lunch with them. I mean, it can't hurt to do that. I just want to throw that out. That's Kathleen just was talking to me about that the other day. We talked about that. But if anybody has other ideas, that's something that's part of our terms of reference is communicating with them now. And speaking of those two newspapers, we won both Best of Loudon and Most Favorite.
I know,
So
we need a
won it
new
for both.
banner.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that leads me, have you had any luck with finding out what a banner costs?
We did see some pricing. I want to say it was like 200. You ever seen it?
They're charging $250 for a banner?
I
Okay.
think one was much more expensive than the other.
We have the Most Favorite one here, and I was hoping maybe woodworking could just take the frame off and put the new one over it.
I know
put
a
the frame
person
on.
in woodworking.
Uh-huh,
Just
yeah,
tell
that's
me
what
what
I-
it is. It'll be done.
Poor guy, he has no choice, huh?
No, he
You
doesn't
all
have
use
to.
Vistaprint? I think for banners.
I've not used Vistaprint.
They're good at one-off things. But just check.
Yeah. Are you suggesting we print our own banner?
No, you just send them the graphics.
But
They
that's what I'm
print it.
saying for like the best of. You're saying like to print
It
instead of
might be a lot
purchasing
cheaper
it.
than $250 is what you're, instead of getting it from them. cut them out of the middle and just,
Yeah, send them the graphic, they print it, ship it
uh-huh.
to you.
Is it proprietary graphic? I mean, can we print?
Copyright
Mhm.
issues or,
Most of like clients I've worked with in the past, been fine, they wanna make a big sign outside their property for business or whatever.
So if we use their logo, we have to get permission.
we do,
Usually, yeah.
okay.
Is that right?
Donna Lisa's looking up prices here for us.
152. Ship on custom. Can't find it right.
Yeah, we'll find out the cost, but yeah, you just would need to seek permission to make that purchase and
Uh-huh.
then we could set it
Okay.
up. Yeah,
So we need to find out what it costs to begin with, I guess for both of them, find out.
yeah.
And what the little plaques run, did they not even give us a plaque this year? Didn't last year,
They
didn't
don't
they
give us
give us?
anything. They don't give us, it started off, they gave you everything,
Uh-huh,
right? And
Yeah.
then slowly over the years, then it was like,
less and less, okay,
exactly. And now they
Okay.
don't give you anything.
Anything.
You just win. That's it.
okay, that's
Yeah.
it, okay.
I wanted to ask you, how was the open house event that we had a couple weeks ago?
I mean, I didn't hear any feedback from it.
Not at all.
I got
Did you?
feedback, yeah, I
Yeah?
talked to Karen, they were very pleased with it.
Oh,
They had
okay.
about 30 people come. And I asked her, were they from outside or
Uh-huh.
residents in here? Kind of 50-50, she felt. Asked her if there were any things that they would do differently. I did tell her that we were anxious to be doing that kind of thing and that we were also anxious to bring realtors in and kind of show them the complex so we'd have more realtors, and we were working at getting our prices up is what I said to her. We wanted to do that. So anyhow, asked her if there's anything they do differently. Apparently she said the one thing she thought maybe be better to do is to have volunteers here in the clubhouse, that Andy Norton gave a tour at 3:30. I think it was 1 to 4 was the open house, and that a lot of people wouldn't wait till 3:30. There was just one tour. So if we'd had some volunteers here, like every 30 minutes, they could just send them from the units if they wanted to go look at more, tell them every 30 minutes, on the hour or the half hour, there'd be a tour going on for the clubhouse and you could go over and meet somebody and they'd give you a tour of the clubhouse. She felt like they'd get more people to do that. And the clubhouse is a big selling feature. So, she recommended that. That was the one thing she felt would be a better way to handle it. They did have volunteers in
They're
every
gonna
lobby to
continue.
open the doors and things so
Oh,
that
so they're
people
gonna
could get.
continue to do this.
Yeah,
Is it gonna
well,
be
they
quarterly?
were interested. I told her we didn't want it done once every 10 years. We wanted it done like once a quarter. Or she kind of laughed, I said, but we're working, our committee is working on making this a regular thing, like quarterly or at least twice a year, or whatever, where we bring the realtors in, do a brokers open, hopefully have a restaurant, give them some lunch, a good tour of this, show them how to get in all the buildings, just where they really, so they visually get a tour of it. They don't have to go through all the units. Part of them are listing them. A lot of new realtors will come in because it's an opportunity to meet people. Holding an open house is how realtors get clients. So that's why they do it. It doesn't usually sell the house you're holding open, but hopefully it's a way you meet a new prospect who's looking. So that's why realtors do that kind of thing. So the more opportunity they have to do it, not only that, I think that would give those realtors an opportunity to monetize our website. If we
Yeah,
get to
we have
that
quite a
point, they
few.
would be the ones allowed to sign up because they really knew the complex and kind of visually been
We
there.
have quite a few listings at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
And I saw a price drop in one of them.
Okay, well, I know
So-
our report came out, we had like 9 units on the
In your
market
building?
in our
Mhm.
building, 7 were under contract.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and
Nice.
it's only 2 were available, and they've been on the market like 3 days and 6 days. They just come on the market. One of those I know is sold since then, since our meeting. So things are moving. They aren't moving in 3 days, but they are moving. You'll go on and see that there's the average market's like 30 days. Well, there's one unit that sat on for 6 months and it pulls the skews most stuff is selling within a week or 10 days. That's still a really good market.
Yes, it's so
My
cheap.
daughter-in-law told me you can't give away a condo up in Arlington on the metro, in Courthouse, Clarendon. the Ballston area.
Are
She
they
said, you
50
can't
bedrooms?
give away
Or
one.
just normal?
Well, there's just so many. They've just
Oh.
overbuilt that. Every building's 22 stories tall.
No
And
more apartments
yeah,
coming here.
yeah.
Well, did you, Peggy, did you see the one that was available in the Vistas? It sold for almost 20K over. So
In
it's
the
sold.
Vis-
Yeah.
that, in the Vista's a townhouse.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
sold
Well,
for
that's
over.
like the one in Overlook that sold for what was on for 600 or something. They got 750. They
Yeah.
were asking 695 or something. I mean, but people in our age will pay for what they want, and the view is really what we have that no one else has. I can't tell you the $1 million properties in Arlington. If you had that view in Arlington, there wouldn't be anything under $1.5 million anywhere. So, that it's just reality, but we need to play it up, and we need to get the realtors to play it up.
Yeah.
And the realtors know that. I mean, although
They-
I'm not
they
sure how
know
many
more than-
realtors out here know that. Although we have the river, and certainly River Bend, or what's the real fancy townhouses over here on the water? They're over $1 million, $1.3 million, $1.2 million.
And River Creek?
Yeah, River Creek, that's the name of it. Yeah, yep, those
Yeah.
are pricey numbers over there. They're still getting it. What did your brother pay for his unit in Birchwood? He's in Birchwood, right?
Yes, 800,000. Some
Pardon?
are 750, 800,000.
Is it a townhouse or a
No,
condo?
no, it's a condo.
Okay,
Four
Yeah,
stories. He's
okay.
on the second floor.
okay.
Nothing to write home about.
no.
But he wanted brand new. I
Yeah,
said, okay.
that's okay.
I
Yeah,
compliment
yeah.
him.
Well,
You know, the
Um,
ones across the street by Whole Foods, across the street from Whole Foods, the ones that have an elevator are about 800,000.
Yeah.
And they look out onto an exchange there, the highway and, messy trees.
God, that's terrible.
yeah, and they have more square footage than we do, but it's all in staircases and hallways, and you'd be surprised. And the garage and that kind of thing. Whereas ours doesn't include that kind of space when we give it, even if we have a garage. So things are they just need to be marketed in a bit of a different way. And I just really feel we have stuff that nobody else can compete with. And we do look a little old in some of our units, and
Yes.
so that's up and up to us to get that taken care of somehow, to get the sellers. I did talk to the gentleman next door here about putting out plans for the realtors. I think if he would take the floor plans, of which we really only have like 5 or 6 different floor plans in here. We call them different things in different buildings, but they're still, I'm sure he has access. He can measure how much counter space and, that kind of thing, and do a low, a medium, and a high price that the realtors could just drop the buyers and the sellers by, and the sellers' kids, and it's just done, and they know how to get in the buildings and how things work and everything. Unfortunately, he wasn't really interested in that, and he informed me that they will do no work in Riverview. They refuse to work in Riverview. I don't know if they've had a run-in with other
They did.
managers.
They did.
Huh?
They did.
Yeah, they had a run-in with and Sandy
Well, not a
doesn't.
man. I
Yeah,
think this-
Sandy doesn't mince words. He holds by the rules, and that's it. I guess
That's for
Yeah,
the guy here.
next door. This guy. So I don't know. Anyhow, are we through with the
We're
meeting?
done. We're
You're
done. We're done. We're done.
Would
Yeah.
somebody like to move to adjourn?
So move 223.
Second. if we need it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Donna Lee. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Noise.
That's right.
It may not seem